Okay, so let's segue into here's how before I knew that I was going to have this be having this conversation, I knew even as I embarked on season 2 of like we're going to transition from this documentary to this more like philosophical discussion, exploration of like what can we know about what makes for a good marriage and family and upbringing for children. Like what can we
The
know?
whole epistemology stuff.
So I knew that I had to scope that. And so in my episode 0, my launch of this season back in August or first week of September, here I identified 4 principles, and I'm gonna run through them really quickly, and then I'm gonna go back, and for each of them, I really want to substantively, you give me your reaction to like, yeah, from the scientific skeptic paradigm, that is sound, or like, yeah, I don't think you have any basis for this assumption.
That was rubbish, Marcus. Come on.
It's total garbage. All right, so here are my 4. First, run through quick, real brief. Okay, so 1 is objectivism, which is that I assume that reality and truth exist objectively. Item 1. Item 2, human nature, that all human beings share a core or foundational nature. Item 3, human flourishing, that because there is an objective reality and because there is a human nature, what is good for us and what goods we should pursue are things we can discover.
What was the word? Number 3?
Human flourishing, or
eudaimonia.
Eudaimonia, exactly. Yes, the word I never pronounce right, which is why I always say human flourishing.
Okay.
And then my 4th assumption, as I embarked on season 2, was, and this one's like definitely the most tenuous, I think these kind of go from like most foundational to most tenuous, is structuralism, which is the sociological and anthropological school of thought that says institutions are most meaningfully understood in their relationship to other institutions and the individual, and that you have to understand the function that they serve in the system in order to evaluate whether a given institution, like marriage, like family, is it healthy? Is it serving its function? You need to understand what is it trying to achieve and how does it do that in relation to other institutions within society. Okay, so those were the 4 real quick.
What I love about already your approach is that we talked about, we both are on the same page in terms of, in order to have a healthy conversation, you have to agree on first principles. Right. You're starting out trying to see where we have agreement on your understanding of first principles. I would probably have some different principles, but this is about your effort to synthesize and have a conversation. I really appreciate that ultimately we're going to begin with the fundamentals, because I really do believe that you can't have a productive conversation about anything unless you have this fundamental conversation